Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Dennis. So today we're going to do an unboxing of Asus's, basically AMD's Radeon RX 6500 XT. Now this has only got 4 gig VRAM, so it's not as good as you want. But when you're a system builder, sometimes you don't need the best, because not everybody that buys a computer is looking to have a gaming computer. But this will game, just maybe not at the highest of levels. So if you have somebody who just games a little bit, or that's all they're looking for, this is for you. I'm just going to do an unboxing, not much else actually. If you want me to do a full in-depth review of the graphics card itself, I'll do that. But for now, we're just going to do an unboxing, show you what we get, talk about it a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Here we go. Alright, so this is a graphics card here, of course, made by Asus, dual fan, PCIe 4.0, okay, 1080p rated. That's what most games, it'll run pretty much everything at 1080p, full HD, 4 gig VRAM like I mentioned, and overclock. Alright, so it gives it a little bit more boost. So let's see what we got inside. Now of course it's going to be used to replace this one. This is a really old Radeon 7950. Alright, so we're going to replace that with the new one, and yeah, we're going to go from there. So rather than just make this an unboxing, I decided to give you a little bit of the specs of the box. Of course, it uses AMD software. It talks about having subtle lighting, Axle Tech fan design, which is basically the design of the fans. Has a little bit of RGB on it. It only has HDMI and DisplayPort, but that's the two most recent ones that you're going to need anyway. Okay, some of the features is AMD Fidelity FX, anti-lag, DirectX 12 Ultimate, RDNA 2 architecture, Radeon software, which is what I just mentioned, and the HDMI is 2.1 VRR. You're going to need a minimum of 400 watts or greater power supply to be able to run it. You need a minimum of 8 gig of system memory, 16 gig is recommended, and I would recommend that as well. 64-bit operating system, right? So Windows 10 or higher probably. Supported operating systems is Linux, Windows 7, 10, or 11. DirectX 12 and Vulkan support. Yeah, VR ready, premium visit. Alright, so that's pretty much all we really need to know. Let's have a look at it. I'm anxious to see just how nice it is, or isn't. But let's get that out. Try not to destroy it. And it's a lot smaller than I was thinking it would be. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but I like it. I don't need anything massive. We'll get it out of the packaging here in a second. Let's see if we got anything else in the box that comes with it. I can see there is something there, but what is it? Let's have a look. Okay, so we have our little manual, speed setup. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Your warranty. Even gives you a little thank you card for buying it. What good that does, I really don't know. And of course, tells you everything about the card in your manual. Okay, nothing fancy, nothing too much that you really need to know otherwise. So when you get yours, you should be sealed in a anti-static bag. This should be sealed. Okay, if it's not, it may have been opened, or it may definitely not be new. Okay, so let's get it out, have a quick look. There we are, covered in plastic. I had to peel all this off, which we will do. Fans, nothing special. And of course it's protected on the bottom with the little plastic rubber thing that they put on there now. Alright, your typical graphics card, nothing fancy. Let's see what we got on the end here. So like I said, we have our HDMI and DisplayPort, and of course some venting for cooling. Of course that's along with the fans. It requires only a 6-pin for power, which I think is kind of neat. Has a little thing here for dissipating the heat. And what else does it have a backplate? It does. Little backplate here. Alright. Nothing too much. Let's get this plastic off of it. Okay, so we got all the plastic off. All right, you can have another quick look at that. Everything you got, what it's going to look like. You know what the best part of this was? Best part is, well, it didn't cost a whole lot. $169 Canadian, plus tax, of course. So, you know, I mean, for a card that's going to perform at 1080p, it's going to fit well in every system, even the small ones, I think. I don't see any that it would not fit in. You're going to get everything you need at a small form factor, and it's going to be great. Make sure you take all that plastic off, because if you don't, well, you might have heating issues and all that kind of good stuff. So make sure you do that. So since this is a beginner channel, pretty much, I wanted to take out this graphics card. So when you take your old graphics card out, just push on this little tab here, and then just kind of twist it. If it gets caught again, push it again. Right? That will happen sometimes. Sometimes it can be a real pain in the butt. Alright, so just take that out. Sometimes this will get caught sometimes. And if it does, it's going to give you grief. Don't worry about it. Make sure you unplug your power. And of course, make sure your system's not running before you do all that. Okay, otherwise you're going to have some issues. So look for the little tab. There's a little tab here where it goes in. You're going to have to push that in order to pull it out. Alright, in this case there's two of them. That's it. Now because this one only requires a 6-pin, that's all we're going to need. So we're not going to need both of these. So basically we'll use just this end here, plug it back in, and we'll have to tie the other ones off, but we'll do that later. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this system as it is, but I decided why not. So line that up, push it in, and look at that. Because there's power to the motherboard, this red light comes on, which I like. So we're going to plug this in for our power. That means we now have a connection because the light went off. Red is telling you, oh, hey, you don't have a connection. You know what I mean? Power. All right? Put your two screws in to hold it in place. And you know what? Maybe I'll even fire it up so you can have a quick look at it. Wasn't going to do that, but why not? Okay, so the other graphics card was making noises. The fans were kind of going, all that kind of good stuff. This one, I don't expect that's going to happen. Put a little bit of Velcro on here just to tidy it up a little bit. And yeah, let's turn it on and see what we get. See if there's any lighting to it, because I think there is. And there you go, just very subtle lighting. Just this little one right there. Now, I'm curious, actually, if that will match, because it's matching the color of my fans and everything else. I want to change it once the system boots up, and see if it changes once the system boots up. I want to check it, change the color, and see if that changes too. It should, but they don't all. Sometimes they need an actual RGB cable that goes in and plugs into your motherboard. This one should not, because it's very simplistic in its design. So let's have a quick look and see what happens when I fire up Mystic Light. Okay, so I have Mystic Light up here. So let's just change the color to green and see if that changes as well. Let's have a look. I am very curious because I'm not really sure. Is that going to change? No. Oh, why not? I was really hoping it would. So there must be a need for a cable. I'm going to have a quick look. That's a little disappointing. I was hoping that would just go through Mystic Light and be able to do that, but since it does not, I'm going to try to see if I can go through the Radeon software and see if there's any option there. I don't think that there is. I'd be very surprised to see that, but hey, stranger things have happened. No, it doesn't appear that we have the ability to change that little light right here. That's disappointing. But, you know, for the price, it's just the way it's going to be. So, I'm not really too concerned over that. Oh, you know what? Let's have a look. Let's see how it performs. Let's bring up Steam. Okay, so I got my go-to game in there, Legacy of Thieves. I find this is very demanding on graphics cards, like really demanding. So if it plays this okay, it's probably one of the highest end games I've played that seems to demand a lot out of a graphics card. If it'll play, yeah, it'll play pretty much anything. So if you're looking for a very good buy on a graphics card that's going to do everything you want, I don't even have super resolution enabled. So I'm just going to leave it at all of the defaults and let's see if it comes up. See how it plays. Everything is coming up perfectly to me. Now we've got it set at 1080p. And yeah, we'll wait a minute here and see how it plays. Because obviously when you do a graphics card, even though it's just supposed to be an unboxing, it's kind of nice to see how it actually performs. And it's performing really darn well. I am really taken aback. I didn't expect AMD's graphics card, even though I use AMD's graphics card in these systems, to work so well. So we're going to do with this one here, story, and we're just going to continue. It always does this, doesn't matter how high end your graphics card is, you're still going to get this loading screen, and it's going to take a little bit. So don't worry about that too much. And here we are. Now I don't know about you, but that looks pretty darn good. So I'm in the dark. You can see all the spectacles, everything. Right, let's go have a quick look. I have no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing. I don't want to get too involved in anything. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of gameplay here. Really just wandering around a little bit. Checking the textures, all that kind of good stuff. Just to give you a feel for what it looks like and stuff. Because you had a lot of darks and things like that. It's really pretty good. Hey, I just wanted to show you that. Just to give you a quick look. And of course, the graphics card itself is running in the system. Pretty impressive, actually, for the price. Alright, everybody, so unboxing turned into a little bit of a look, a little bit of an install, and see how it looked on the screen. And it looked pretty darn good. Played a little bit of the game. Didn't want to make the video too long, so I just saw what the textures, everything was going to look like. It is really impressive to me that I can still buy a graphics card for $169 and it plays the top end game. That I didn't expect. So everybody's up in arms. It's got to be 8 gig, it's got to be 12 gig or 16 or 24. It depends on your use. So if you don't need all this other stuff, don't worry about it. You want to get an 8 gigabyte VRAM, buy it. If that's all you can afford. If you can afford the 12, go with the 12. I like the 12. But I have other ones that are 8, so it doesn't really matter that much. As long as the game performs and you can play it, perfect. If you want to play in 4K, that's different. You're going to want as much VRAM as you can get, depending again on the program that you're going to be using. So anyhow, great card. I'm very happy that it works as good as it does at such a low price point. And you know what? I don't even know if NVIDIA has a low price point that would play or be comparable with this that I would want to buy. Especially from them right now, because I'm not real happy with their pricing. Anyhow, that's the video. If you like it, hit that like. Give me a big old thumbs up. If you have a question, put it in the comments. If you want to see this in a game or like a really playing it and really testing it out, drop a comment and let me know. Maybe we'll try and do that. If you're new here, think about subscribing. Hit that bell for notifications so you can see videos as they're up in the future. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a good one.